to be. We have to go through sometimes some things that we might not recognize and understand why we have to go through them. Even those things that we put on ourselves. It ain't always the enemy putting stuff on you. I was my own worst enemy. I took myself to this place. But I realized something in the midst of the crossfire. I was receiving this crossfire because of the crossfire. You may catch that in a minute. Because see, in the cross, there's two beings coming this way. Come on now. And there's stuff that's coming all the time. But Jesus is the beam that stands this way to separate the crossfire. So in the midst of the crossfire, I was being protected by the crossfire. I remember a time when I stepped in front of a 38 gun being fired. My friend was shooting at another friend. I stepped in the middle to accept the crossfire. But God knew better than I did, and so I wasn't hurt. The bullets went everywhere, but I was willing to step in the gap to receive the crossfire. God is still stepping in the gap. Christ is still stepping in the gap for me receiving my crossfire because he knew I wasn't at a place. Because I had walked away. I had disconnected myself, so to speak, from the beam. And the crossfire was my lack of attendance at church. The result of the crossfire was my lack of attendance in Bible band. The result of the crossfire was my inability to understand that as I was going through, God was trying to take me to something. I wasn't going through it just because of going through. God is trying to tell me something. God is trying to tell us something when we go through something. You have to make it through. It's a completion. It's a process. There's a reason why we go through. And I stand here today understanding that when we say God is, what are we saying? We say God is what? God is your all in all. God is my Jehovah Jireh, my Jehovah Nissi, my Jehovah Shalom. God is, but in the midst of the storm, in the midst where the anchors are being pulled up, in the midst when the storm is raging against your boat, in the midst when the sail does not have nowhere to take you because the wind is so strong you can't even hoist the sail because the storm will toss you to and fro and carry you anywhere that the storm will take you. But in the midst of the storm, if you allow the sails of Jesus Christ to hold you fast, you'll be able to go through the storm, to weather the storm, no matter what you might lose in the midst of the storm. If you lose anything, you still go through the storm. And when you come out on the other side, you'll be complete through that storm. Let me make sure you understand. Through that storm. Because if you're traveling on the road and you're going through a tunnel, and it's a one-way each way, you find yourself going through the tunnel, and on the other side there's another car going through the tunnel in the opposite direction. When you're going through the tunnel, you're going through to make it to the other side. When they're going through the tunnel, they're going through to make it to the other side. Well, how do you know they're not going to where you just left, and you're not going to where they just left? They're going to water your seed, you're going to water their seed, but God is yet taking you through because He has a purpose. You're going through in order to get to where God is purposed for you to go. Where's my purpose to go? I don't know. I don't know. But from this point, from that word to this point, until this day, I will be finding out. Because it can't be no more shadows. I don't have any more time to no more doubting. I don't have time to get a job and say there's more than that. I need God. How good God is. Well, I said the Lord is my shepherd. Well, how many know that some sheep in the shepherd's flock is way over there? Some sheep way over there. And some sheep are right here. But I'm glad I was just the 90. I was the 100 one. The 99 was in. But there was one that was trying to get up under the gate. Get up under the gate. But there was nothing on the other side that looked any better. So I don't understand why I was trying to get up under the gate. Can you help me? I've been in this thing a long time and I still don't get it all. And I still don't get it all. I'm not troubled. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. I'm not fearful what's going to happen. All I know is what God said. And if God said it, I believe it. I'm assured in it. I'm blessed in it. Whatever it is. So don't think that everything that you're asking for, you really need. Because sometimes God gives you what you think you need. You find out, I didn't need that. I didn't need that job, y'all. I needed it, but maybe it was just that job. Or maybe it was God trying to tell me, I'm going to give you the job so you can see what you're going to do. So when I give you your real job, you'll understand where the job is from and its purpose. The job is not for me to run away from God. The job is for me to run closer to God. You got to go through something to get to somewhere. And once you get to where you're going, don't stop there, because you got to go through wherever you're at now. Continue your journey. Paul said, I run this race. I finished my course. But Paul, how many of y'all know what Paul went through? All the things Paul went through. Paul could have said, no, why am I in another? After I've been beaten, thrown in prison twice, why do I need to get beaten and thrown in prison again? Because this is what Paul had to go through. Understand what you may have to go through, but hold on to God. And don't let the cares of this world sway you in either direction.